Coming up next, I review KINTSUGI, the 2019 latest release from the Italian niche perfumer Masque Milano. Stay tuned here from Osmo. Welcome back, everybody. This is Joel the Nose, and I'm coming to you from Miami as usual. And you may have noticed I'm wearing a different shirt because when I came home from Osme, I changed because I've been wearing that all day. It was, I don't know, kind of hot today and sweaty. So I wanted to get into something fresh. Reviewing today, a brand new release came out the end of 2019. I believe it was in, I think it was in August of 2019, August or September. And that is called KINTSUGI from the Italian niche house Masque Milano. Okay. This is very cool house. I have reviewed Mandala before. I'll put up a card here from when I did that. And these are really cool. I love Italian niche design houses. They seem to just combine art and fragrance and poetry, just everything together. They really combine all the senses together for me. So I'm really excited because this is their newest release and I couldn't wait to smell it. And I just smelled it at Osme. So just a little background on the fragrance. Again, it's KINTSUGI, released end of 2019. It's a unisex eau de parfum. 35 milliliter bottle. They come in these, smaller bottles. Again, I like this. I like the fact that you can get in for a cheaper price. Maybe when you look at it per milliliter or per ounce, it's a little bit more expensive. But I'm fine with that when I get to try something for a cheaper price point to know whether I want to then continue buying or go for a bigger bottle. Whatever the options may be. 35 milliliters is about $130, $140. And the Fragrantica rating on this is 3.46. Don't know why that is, but it is what it is. The nose behind this, her name is Vanina Muracciole. I don't know how to say her last name. It's a double C, so I'm thinking it's Muracciole in Italian. She has also done stuff for the niche house Bergamot, and has a relatively, this is like I think a relatively up and coming perfumer. It's got some cool stuff. Now, what is behind this fragrance? Really cool concept. Again, I love what this niche house does. Great story. So KINTSUGI is Japanese for golden repair. For those of you who are aware of the Japanese philosophy of wabi-sabi, that's essentially basically finds beauty in old, thrown away, discarded, overgrown things like nature where weeds are overgrowing, or maybe a broken piece of furniture because it's been worn and has life to it. So there's beauty in not new and shiny things, but in things that have been repaired and actually become the whole and make it better. So in artwork, often in Japanese porcelain, if something breaks, let's say a porcelain bowl breaks and it's in pieces, they put it back together. And when they put it back together, they fill it with, say, gold or some other dark material. So it shows the cracks. It actually brings out the beauty, and it becomes like a brand new bowl then. So anyways, cool concept. That's the concept behind this fragrance. I've only seen one review for this so far. I don't know if there are others out there. It doesn't look like this has really been reviewed much. So this is going to be one of the first, I think, reviews that you'll get to see on YouTube. At the top, you have Bergamot, Magnolia, and Amber. At the heart, you have golden suede, rose, and violet leaf. And at the base, you have benzoin, raspberry leaf, patchouli, and vanilla. All right, so what I've done is, let me show you the bottle and the spray. So I was at Osme, as I like to normally do. I get all my fragrances. And you can see me here spraying the bottle. The bottles all are very similar, very cool, small glass bottles. It's like a black kind of rubberized top. That is, again, it's a little piece of artwork. Take a look at that there. And I sprayed it. I wore it on my arm the entire day. And I have it here on a strip, which I'm going to smell right now. This has already been wearing, drawing down for a little bit, but so beautiful. This is definitely a unisex. I think that this is something that women will really enjoy, especially at the top. So when you first spray this and smell it, It's citrus, it's floral, it's a little leathery, it's earthy, it's leafy, it's green, herbaceous, it's creamy. I described it when I was thinking about it in terms of what they were doing with Wabi Sabi. It's like a beautiful, creamy porcelain bowl that's been put back together. I love the concept. And maybe I'm a little biased. I'll say that. I love that art, and I love when art is combined with fragrance, and I think that this house, Masque Milano, does it beautifully. And they did it beautifully before with Mandala, and I'm going to continue smelling a bunch of these here at Osme, so I'll do some other reviews coming up in the future. But again, it's this beautiful kind of citrusy green, leathery, slightly leathery, so it makes it very unisex. This is good for a man or a woman. I absolutely would wear this, and I would love to smell this on a woman. After about an hour and a half, the rosy leather suede kind of kicks in. So those mid notes really kicked in for me, and it was like a rosy suede, but creamy amber. And it, again, it's almost like it's a new fragrance at that point. It's like, again, something that started out as a whole vase, and then it broke and cracked, and then it came to life again as a new creation. That's, I think, beautifully what they did here. It becomes a little bit more feminine at that point because of the rose. To me, rose is a little bit more feminine, but not too feminine. And again, there was a little bit of raspberry in there. It was almost or peach or pear-like to me. So it's definitely a fruity element to me. It came across almost like peach or pear, but it's the raspberry. And almost a little bit minty also. So it was like this full, but it's very full-bodied. After about 2 hours, it gets a little bit smoky from that suede. And this is what it gets really unique. And this is what I got to say about this fragrance. It's unlike anything that I've smelled that I can remember in recent memory. That smoky suede, after about 2 hours, reminds me of the days long gone by, 20 years ago, when I would go into bars here in Miami or wherever, and New York, Europe, and, you know, the bars, you'd be drinking with friends, and then people would be smoking, and then you would have that smell of the smoke on your clothes. Now, initially, like, oh, it's terrible. But I don't know if you remember, for me, after I got home and on my skin, the mix of my fragrance, my skin scent with the smoke actually produced a very beautiful kind of smell. Not the overt cigarette smell, but when it dried down a little bit. That's what I get here. It's very interesting. This suede, rosy tobacco smell gives me this very faint tobacco cigarette smell on my skin that I couldn't stop smelling. Guys, I was going to my arm all day on this. It's almost a little bit spicy. And again, it's almost like this original creation was kind of broken down and put it back together at the end with all these elements going on. After about 6 hours, oh, by the way, I got projection on this for about three hours, very good projection, but it was a very strong skin scent after that. So it was like you could smell it, you know, not just, you could smell it like kind of getting close to your skin. And it was, you know, after about 6 hours is when, for me, the real base notes kicked in. So I was getting kind of like almost a little bit of a chocolatey patchouli with the vanilla, just a very good unisex scent. This thing lasted 10 plus hours on my skin, so you're going to get great longevity. You're going to get great, you know, or very good projection. And what you're going to get is a unique, full-bodied smell that starts out as this green leafy scent and goes into this smoky suede scent, again, that was running through the veins, much like the gold would be running through the veins of a put-together porcelain vase that had cracks in it. So there you have it. That's my review. Highly recommend it. Get your nose on it. If you haven't already smelled it, leave some comments. If you'd like to know more, if you have some comments about this. If you have already subscribed, thank you very much for doing so. If you have not, I would ask that you please consider subscribing. I really appreciate it. You can like the video if you found it helpful, useful, entertaining. You can ring the bell for notifications so when I release new videos, you're aware. And that's all I have for you now. This is Joel the Nose coming to you from Miami. Thanks again for watching, and I will release a new video soon.